Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! Today I will be streaming the first day of the fourth qualifier for the EU server. Now, there's not a lot, well of course there's a lot hanging on today, but that should be easy for most of the teams that can reach the top to basically get first place here, because it is strongest versus weakest, which means that it should be very easy for them to walk over whoever they meet. Today we will be streaming EG in group 17. This is the group that we're looking at. And like I said, it is strongest versus weakest, so don't expect epic gameplay, but it should just be fun. And there's a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is so that no one can stream snipe each other basically, and people can't see each other's lineups. So with that in mind, there's a lot hanging on this Prove Your Skill tournament as a whole for EG. Because the thing is, I'm not sure if you can see that in the note, you can't see that for the previous one. Last Prove Your Skill, they came third in the third day. Which means that they got less cups than most. And the competition is so strong right now that even that one time could cost them the top 8. So basically, not only do they have to win hard and not lose anything, they also have to hope that other people will lose, because basically EG's future in the professional tournament that will come after all these qualifiers really depends on both them becoming first and another team or two even messing up and not getting the cups that they would like. So basically things are pretty intense right now, and honestly, I don't envy them the stress. At the same time, as streamer, as spectator, I do like that it's not like set in stone. It's not a predictable top 8. Anything can still happen. But for EG, it is very important that they basically win with flying colors throughout all these 3 stages in the fourth qualifier. And that 2 other teams do not, basically. But yeah, tonight should be an easy night for them. Strongest versus weakest. Statistically, this should be like a proper walkover for them. And yeah. So like I said, I don't expect much like proper opposition here. Hopefully they will use that BET. We'll get a 5th player, because otherwise we won't even have a match and there will be a technical victory. I mean, which for EG will be nice and relaxing, but... But basically, yeah, EG's been around for so long, and they've been so incredibly epic for so many seasons, and basically have done phenomenally. So it's really weird to see them in this kind of position, and I know that they're not going to be happy with it either, because of course you want to get to the top 8, because you want to get to the top 4, and you want to win. But it feels so strange that there's this much pressure on them right now. And I'm rooting for them. I mean, there's a lot of great teams out there, but I've met some of the people from EG at one of the offlines, and so that kind of makes a difference. And yeah, I've been seeing them play and being absolutely epic for many years now. So yeah, of course I'm rooting for them. So yeah, that's basically me reminiscing, so to speak, and thinking out loud and sharing the stress with you. It's not... I was gonna say I'm not stressed, but I think I can say that I am stressed. I'm stressed on their behalf, because I want them to do well and I want them to make it. That being said though, the top 8 right now is really strong, and most of them are clans that have been around for a long time, so of course I can't be completely biased. I'm rooting for them as well. But this is EG, you know? So yeah, I'm really hoping that everything will turn out alright. That we'll have an absolutely fabulous top 8. And then an even more fabulous final stages. No idea yet if I'll be able to stream those. Well, if I'll be invited to stream those. But we'll see. At least I will be streaming all the round robin days and everything, to give everyone as much coverage as we can, basically. So hyped though. Oh, Jack just said it as well. Can't wait for Super Tuesday. I totally agree. There's so much riding on this. Can you just imagine? Like, everything depends on that one day. This is the fourth qualifier. No one is safe. And we're not getting any match here. We're going to get a tactical victory for EG. So that's like, the first match is going to be easy peasy for EG because they don't even need to play in order to win. So there is that. Everyone's still ready. And if there's no fifth player, then the second game will be a technical victory as well. And then we will have to wait until the second matchup. Unless, of course, one of the other teams is not a full team or AFK as well. And then we'll probably jump on straight through more stages there. So yeah. It's been a really busy weekend. And I've been like, today is the first time in many, many days that I just had like a day off. That I could just sit still and relax. And I've had a really relaxing day. And then I started preparing for the stream. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And the thing is that I was a part of the very first Twister that was a thing. And that was like the first time Tours actually made an appearance in the game. And it was awesome. But other than that, I've not played competitively. Because their space is just so stressful. All the pressure. And even though I'm well above average, I don't consider myself nearly good enough for that. The things that these players can do, and not just like EG, but like all the top teams, is just utterly ridiculous, like next level. And it's no wonder that people call them hackers, because they're not hacking, they're just that good. So that's a part of things as well. But even as streamer, I do feel the stress, and I do feel with and for these teams. Regardless of how things goes, I can be like super chuffed with who wins, and at the same time be very sad that the second team that came second place, didn't win. And it's the same like that for me with a lot of teams, because they're so epic and they all work so incredibly hard to get here. And yet, I think this is a tactical victory. So that's the first matchup up and over. Easy peasy win for EG. Let's have a look. Other teams should probably be there, otherwise we would get a second game immediately, I believe. Wow. So the other team is not there either? That looks like 2 technical victories there. This is not actually... Am I seeing that right? Like, yeah, EG... They won. And 31 is the next match. I think that because they actually did show up. But they had not enough teams that maybe they'd get another chance or something. But yeah, that's weird. Anyway, that means that we have some time to kill. Let's show you some replays. I've got a few nice ones out there. Some I'm saving for better days, because basically the further we get, the more epic the tours will be. So then I feel that it's like I want to save the most epic games for that, so let's say. So in light of that, I'm actually going to show you a replay of my own first, because I don't think particularly highly of myself, but this was a lovely game. So let's have a look. I was driving the T30 yesterday, and basically I just needed to get some bonuses, and I was like, yeah, I'll drive this. I had a seasonal bonus on it, and I was like, okay. Because I'm not particularly a fan of TDs these days, and if I drive T9, I tend to drive T752 with a standard B. But I was like, oh well. And in the end, I am glad that I did. But you'll see, I did get like pretty lucky here as well. Oh, the camo on that Caliban though. I want that camo on everything, it's so pretty. It's Beatles. and mummy. So kind of like Egyptian beetles, which is like my thing. Because, in case you didn't know, the name Amunet comes actually from Egyptian mythology. So this doesn't even start out all that great, because I'm just basically... I'm a bit dull and I was tired and I shot the wall instead of the tank, which wasn't particularly useful. And I know that that was someone in B, so I had to be careful with that, but I wasn't really... I just got really lucky that they didn't even try to shoot me. And then I was like, oh, that would be a nice shot, but then he was almost dead already. Still got the kill though. And then I wanted to be a little bit more careful and I was like, oh, whatever. Since most of the team was around base A, Lorraine goes in front of me, gets there first, and then I don't pan that, which was like very, very useful. And I was like kind of hoping that the standard B would peek there. And knowing that they were behind there, I knew that I had to push here in order to avoid getting shot in the bum. So we go back to normal ammo here, and I get my first damage in, which is a lovely shot. And I kind of don't want him to shoot me, but at the same time I'm hoping that to get the kill. And now he is looking at me, so I eat a shot, but then I just kill him, so it's fine. I was hoping that the standard B would peek out there, but he did not. So I just went on ahead. Lorraine gets killed. This is one of those battles like it just all worked out. In this case, I kind of wanted to shoot his frontal plate, but I didn't dare, so I just went for the top hatch instead. And then I needed to get behind the building. I do eat one. But then I shouldn't really have turned back that far, to be honest. And now it's just me and one teammate. So that was a bit scary. We needed the kills. That one was a very lucky shot for one. So now I decide to try and keep him alive. And this was the other one where I just got really, really lucky because he drives there. And I get to kill him with one shot. 666 damage. So at this stage I was like, he could shoot me. But it's basically there's one left on for each of us. And that went in just fine before he shot me. So that was lovely as well. Just basically one of those, it just all works out kind of games, you know? And I'm like, I know that I'm overextending and I don't quite care because I have the HP. I can eat one at least. And I do that. And then I just use the building so that they can't shoot me again. And I was like, please hold because I might need him alive. And the betcha was like, no, I will not. And then he bounces and dies. But by then he's out in the open and he was tracked. So then I got to kill him and it was like a free kill. This is one of those just easy peasy, lemon squeezy games. Just all worked out. It didn't feel particularly die hard or anything. It just, like I said, it all worked out. But still pretty content with that ace though. Not necessarily earn it, but it did definitely carry. Of course, all the kills definitely help with that as well. Let's see. Kind of curious about this. I got a replay in a mouse from one of our recruits. And I just need to wait for Windows to actually do what I wanted to. There we go. And he's driving with Andre. Well, it's kind of like, if you don't know Bob Ross, he's a fantastic painter to watch because he's like He's very pure. And he has some pretty good life advice, to be fair, as well. Makes very pretty paintings. Like, he's long gone and his old TV show was very, very old. But I used to watch it as a kid because then it was new. And I always loved it. So, a player that named himself after Bob Ross might have meant it as troll. But I do still appreciate the sentiment, so to speak. That spaghetti is, yeah, gonna get absolutely nuked. If you wonder how you drive a spaghetti, not like that. Can he shoot the grill? Yes, he can. Let's see. Mouse is one of those tanks. I don't particularly like it. It kind of, to be fair, the whole angling thing, I can do it, but I do it much better in a full-mounted turret tank, let's say, or middle. Just not rear-mounted. Rear-mounted and I don't really get along. And it's not that I can't play them. I just don't like them. So now he's doing what a mouse should do, namely being very, very forwards. Eating an HE shot from the grill at the back there. And just angling his tank very well here. There we go. STIs, they're going to be dead as well. Nope, can't hit him. 405 must be behind there as well, I think. Or he drove all the way around, which is also an option. See, that's the thing. Mets are the main concern for the mouse. Now he's eating quite a few shots, getting hit in the face mostly. And you have the Kranwagen arriving. So he's focusing on the Leo first, which makes sense. You want to focus, if you have the choice, always focus the juicy targets. And that's the end of the Leo. FV405 is behind there. Does currently not have any shots, I believe. Now we have Andrei driving in. And I kind of have to move to avoid getting FV'd in the back. Oh, that was perfect. Nice little ram. Now it's just the FE. He's probably going to try. Oof. He does get one in, but now he's reloading his clip. No pressure. That is not good. He can use the corpse of the Foch. But he needs to avoid getting hit. We can't have much more of that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What on earth? That is so lucky. And there we go. Nice. Well done. Yeah, that's the thing though, Muto. I love those games the best, where it all works out. I always say that, like, an ace tanker badge is a combination of the right kind of potatoes on your team and the enemy team, and people just not shooting you, generally. So, yeah, 2 donuts on their side as well. Lovely carry here. But it's kind of like, that's what an ace tanker is. It's about XP, but a lot depends on RNG and luck. And RNG in this case also means like the team that you get and the team that you're against. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Let's actually show a replay of a tank that is currently in the game. And on the store, I mean. And then I'll talk a bit about that as well. I did put up a review and all. Sometimes it can just be easier to talk about it on stream. The Caliban. It's sort of like called the Tier 8 Death Star. And I mostly disagree with that. But the thing that I agree with that on that part is that can be equally disappointing to drive. Because the thing is that the tank, it's not awful. And if all your shots go in, then it's fantastic. But it's a derp gun. So half your shots will miss. A quarter of them will bounce. And it's the quarter that goes in that makes you feel like, haha. But overall, I found the tank like very lacking. And was just pretty disappointed by it. But that being said, like I said, if all your shots go in, it's great fun. And the potential is definitely there. But you do need a bit of RNG and luck and all with that. Hello everyone that's watching, by the way. Seeing some lovely people in the chat. Oh, Isu is there. And our Caliban got spotted. See, the thing is, right now, this tank seems very strong. Because no one realizes that it's a derp. And that's one of the strengths of this tank right now. Because people don't know it. They just go in, see it, think it's just another heavy. Doing heavy things. And it doesn't work like that. Oh, that is very juicy. Look at that, look at that. See, this is what I mean. If your shots go in, it is bloody awesome. If they do not, then the tank is a big letdown. Say, in that way, it's definitely the Tier 8 Death Star. Not gonna lie. That still did some damage, nice. So yeah, this is one of those things that... I mean, I've got it. Of course I did, because I'm a collector. But at the same time... Oof, nice. At the same time, then... If I were to have to... watch what I spend my gold on and all... Then this would probably not be the tank that I would go for. Or that I would try to gamble for. Beautiful. Casual 3.3k so far. And this is one of those, like, pretty much every single shot he's fired has done exactly what he wanted. So this is one of those battles where you're like, oh my god, this tank is so OP. And pretty much no one is shooting him. They're all shooting his teammates. Which is also a big thing. Let's see. Yeah, he's not going to survive. But there he goes. Gets a nice extra kill there. This is the right kind of team that you need for the Caliban. They are your cannon fodder. They take all the shots. People generally not shooting at you. And you get to aim properly and shoot and get your shots in and then derpy derpy derp. So yeah, this is why, no, this is not why. Basically, the games that I chose to show for the Caliban were pretty average. I didn't really have like super epic games in it. And the reason that I didn't try it for long enough to get an ace or anything. I still tried it for like 15 or 20 battles. And the reason that I chose the games that I did is because, like, if I consistently get a certain kind of games among those like 20 battles, then that is what the tank is like for me. And it doesn't mean that it can't be epic, because as you see, if all your shots go in, it is lovely. But it is derp. And the thing with derp is that it's unreliable. So that's something to always keep in mind with that sort of stuff. And like I said, in this case, the tank seems more OP because people don't know it yet. If the Isu had known that the Caliban had a derp gun, they probably wouldn't have rushed in like that. Let's see, how long do we have left before our next match? 32, so that's about 12 minutes. I can show you one more. Let's see, what do I want to show you? I don't want a game that is super long. Come on. It would help if the game actually let me select a game. I don't know if it's actually very long or not, but we'll see. Talk about derp. Figured I'd show you another derp gun. Let's see. That's just one of those things that I don't particularly like it. It's like I said, it's derp. So as said, it either works for you or it works against you. And I find that most of the time, derp is not reliable. So I prefer to drive tanks that have more steady damage. That being said, I got an invite to a tune after the stream. And I'm fairly sure we're going to be derping with G-Souls and Calibans. Let's see. Oh, nice. Almost half his health is gone now. And that's the thing, I'm also not quite patient enough to deal with the very, very long reload that most derp guns have. There we go. Casual 2k damage done. Fast tanks arriving at the back there. And that's the end of him. Now they need to be careful not to get in each other's ways too much. AMX 50B is not happy. Oh, that missed though. Let's see, we know we have the Leo there. And the Batchat. That was a very important kill shot. Oof. They needed that. See, this is the thing. It's just so... it's so troll. It either works for you or against you. And you're more team dependent. So it's actually very hard. Oof. That was also very needed. They kind of need to make sure all the shots go in. Oh, that was lucky. Not gonna lie. They need to kill the FV. And we got E100. And he just fired at the... Well, not necessarily wrong tank, but sort of like the wrong tank. This is nail biting, not gonna lie. No, you're a one shot for both. That was needed as well. We don't know which way he's facing now. Oh, he's going for it. Actually, E100 went around. Oh my god. He's just driving around in circles. And there we go. Oof. That was way more intense than it should have been. Not gonna lie. Lovely little ace game there. And let's see, do we have a next match in next room yet? No, we do not. Not yet. So we will just wait for that. Also, for the record, I say this every stream, you are free to write your own language in the chat. That's absolutely fine. But if you want me to respond to anything, if you have any questions or stuff like that, then you will have to say it in English, because otherwise I will not understand you. Let's see. Apparently, like, I didn't know this. Apparently, like, in the EU server, for all of the previous skill things, you get different amounts of cups on the other servers. In EU, it's the same. You get the same rewards for the fourth that you did for the third. But apparently for NA and APAC, it's different. Oh well, learn something new every day. So now we're just waiting for the room to go below 3 minutes so that we can go into it and watch the matches. Obviously, by the way, I'm not going to look at the other groups after today, because as interesting though it may be, there will be way too many groups out there, because let's see, there are, yeah, 417 groups. That means that there's like 416, maybe 17 groups or something. No, not 470 groups. 40. Yeah, 41 groups or something like that. Because you need to divide it by 4. I can't brain, honestly. My brain is all over the place. I'm actually going to grab my calculator. Oof, that would be like 105 groups. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Not gonna look at all of that. But now we can go into the room. We see no 5 play. No 5 PL. Number 5? I don't know. Let's go with number 5. Has 7 players. And they're ready in a VK90, a T57 Heavy, 2 Type 71s, and 2 Sex 8-4, an IS7 and a 113. And on EG side, we see the Type 71 heavily there with 6 of them and 1 215B for main runes. Should be fun. Again, it is still strongest versus weakest, so I wouldn't expect like super awesome gameplay or anything. It's just for fun at this stage. And I'm streaming them because there's still been beautiful moments when you have like that lovely focus fight, a coordinated push. Though to be fair, on the first day we mostly see like let's go a bit YOLO into it things and everything. So there's that as well. But we will actually get 2 matches this game. So that's good. But yeah, lots of groups tonight. And I'm not going to scroll through all of them to find the relevant clans. I might do that after day 2. Because then it should be 50 groups thereabouts. Oof, still a lot. Maybe I'll find the relevant clans before. And then just jump to their groups. That being said though, with strongest versus weakest, day 1 and day 2 should not be a problem for any of the clans that could reach, that are like in the top 16, let's say. Less than a minute left to go. Foxy going for the MS1. Ah, Sheridan it is. Also much appreciation for the dog too in the middle. Because dog is love, dog is life. Dog is so much fun though, like honestly. So let's see, 20 seconds left to go before we go into the first tournament game of this evening, after the technical win that we had before. And let's see, countdown clock has begun. Like we've had some pretty fun matches over the days, though to be fair, the third day is by far the most epic to watch, because that's when you get actually like proper opposition and everything. Let's see. And here we go. And we see that number 5. I keep saying that Johnny number 5. Or Lubega's Mamba number 5. I wonder if Foxy is going to be able to spot them there as they cross over. He does spot one of them. EG is stacked up around base B. First shots have been fired. And Zarik has lost quite a bit of HP. I do not want to get stuck against the buildings. And number 5 is actually not capping the base. Nicolade has to be careful, does pull back a little bit. Might be there mainly for bait. VK90 taking a side scraping position. Now getting crossfired by reaction. And basically they're all around the place. Getting shots into. Kill all the bots here. Twister joining in. Overextending. Losing HP as a result. Yeti getting a shot in there, but Twister's almost gone already. Nicolade bounces that though. Now we have Winch pushing in. And he does take the kill. Kill all the bots. Get your shot in. And they're sort of like shooting the people behind now. Kill all the bots is gone. Shirzen, no idea how to pronounce that, is gone. There goes Marcino. And now we have 19 Yetis being focused on, rammed into, ignored, all at the same time. Shazadik is gone as well. And now the last one left alive is a lone IS-7 that is being brutally murdered. And the first match is for EG. So let's see. Brutal little game. Nice and about even damage spread there. And I know that there's like a lot of difference between top damage and bottom damage even on EG side, but what I mean is that like everyone played their part, got shots in, got kills, etc. So for me that is a nice spread. There's no one that like did legit very little compared to everyone else. And for the second match on May and Ruins, EG is ready with 6 Type 71s and a Sheridan. And on the other side we see the VK90, the T57 Heavy, 2 Type 71s, an AMX-50B, an LT and an IS-7. Lots of different tanks there. Premier? Kind of depends on what, like here in Premier would be Prime Minister in Dutch. And he goes for a Type 71 as well. 1 minute left before we go into this second game. Let's see. Marcino no longer sure if he wants to drive the AMX-50B or loading it out. He still has 26 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Oh, bless you. And there we go, 3 seconds left to go. Second game on May and Ruins. And let's have a look. No, I do feel for them, to be honest. Imagine having to... for your first matchup, having to go against EG. Foxy going into the middle. Ooh. My game is... there you go. My whole laptop was hanging there a bit. We have Cezadik arriving at the back there. Gets spotted. Foxy noticing him. And he's just going full YOLO here. Not sure what the goal was there. Because he's not going to survive this. He actually gets stuck against the building there. And is now arriving at the back. Foxy moving to intercept. And there he goes. T57 Heavy there. Has been spotted. So Foxy's staying safe. Shots are being fired. Not really going in, but now we have an AMX. Juicy AMX pulling back. Getting eaten alive a little bit there. Premier losing HP as well. Yeti being shot by Foxy. Marcino is almost gone. Winch going after Marcino. Now face hugging Yeti. Foxy arriving as well. There goes Pimeros. Yay, all the 19 Yetis are gone. Bosky. And kill all the bots and Jazezen. All being focused on here. The focus fire isn't quite there yet, but it doesn't really need to be right now. Yetis not too happy by the looks of it. And there they both go. And the match is for EG. With not that much loss of HP. And that's the thing that, again, look at everyone doing a nice amount of damage there. And immediately we go on to the next one, which is the grand finals, which means the other teams were both AFK. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna be a short stream tonight. If this is already the grand finals. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. So Gamria just asked, what do you think of Dash Pink? And I say Dash Pink is because we also have like an EU Pink, and that's a different clan. But Dash Pink is the XTS Pink. And honestly, I don't know the people that well. But what I've seen from them, they're awesome. They're lovely to watch. Basically, the focus fire that they can have is absolutely beautiful. And I'm very curious to see how they're going to handle the top 8. Because they're very safe in their position there. So I mean, that's actually not true. Everyone can still be kicked out of the top 8. But I have a feeling that Pink won't be. Let's see. 41 seconds left to go before we can go into the room for the grand finals of tonight already. Oh my god. But then again, like, it's only day 1. I do not expect serious gameplay. It is strongest versus weakest, so basically the teams that are in this group, aside from EG, are more or less screwed. There have to be like a miracle of 7 magical Amorax for them to really have a chance there. So let's see. In a bit we will go into the room. And then we will see in the grand finals. And like again, it's only day 1. The competition will get better. Tomorrow is day 2, and then everything hands on Tuesday. Because that is when the top 8 will actually be decided. And I might have to wait until the side is up, because there's been a lot of ties in cups. So then it's basically the combat performance that apparently determines who ranks where. And it could actually be like that most of the top 8 will have like the same sort of ranking as in cups. So then it all depends on that combat rating. So that's going to be hella interesting to watch. And this is sort of like the prequel to that. We now see basically a little bit of seal clubbing of sorts. E.g. ready for Normandy with 5 Type 71s, a Super Conqueror and a Sheridan. And on the other side we see more Type 71s appear, 3 of them, and an E6, a T57 Heavy, and potentially 2 IS7s. No, it's another Type 71 and an IS7. 2 minutes left to go before we go into the actual battle. And let's see. I mean, like, I could technically ask if I could be set to another group as well to have more matches at the same time. I don't really mind not having that many matches tonight. Like I said, it's been a very long week, let's say. And I will be back tomorrow to stream the 2nd day and then the 3rd day on Tuesday. And things will be intense then, definitely. Let's see, 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go. This is always the boring part. I've got nothing really useful to say at this stage, aside from sharing that I'm hyped and excited and nervous, all in the same thing, same feeling sort of thing. And that I can't English and have a hard time finding words. But I don't think it's ever been like this close for like all of the top 8. We have had times where like plays 6, 7, 8 weren't like quite sure and everything. But right now, literally no one in the top 8 is actually safe. And that's the thing that makes this so interesting and at the same time very stressful and difficult for the teams. You're welcome. Basically, it's my honest opinion. They're definitely amazing to watch, and I can't wait to see what they do. Dash Pink, I mean. It's one of those clans that I look forward to seeing more of, and then like on top levels that you can see what's in there, because you see the potential in these qualifiers, but at the same time, these qualifiers aren't diehard battles of best clans versus best clans. Foxy going to the middle. And they seem to be a little bit all going towards base A. And he spots pretty much all of them. And then he's like, yeah, let's not be here. And all of Fiji is just going towards the middle. There's no campus. Base C is being kept. Number 5 is actually all going to go to the beach. No idea what is up with this. I'm not sure what you can call this. Are they just doing touristy stuff? I don't believe you can drown yourself on this map, but that seems to be what they're trying to do. EG moving in. This is questionable, not gonna lie. They're not even shooting here. And now they shot one. Winch going after Bosky. Joining him on the boat. Parking his tank behind there. This is, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. People are getting shot. Kill all the bots is being taken out. Twister is almost gone. Yeti got set on fire and deleted. Bosky gets taken out. Now you just have Shizen with their tank stacked there. This is, yeah. Okay. I'm not sure they're actually aware that that is not allowed. That passive play is not okay. I kind of get the sentiment, but still. Oof. Let's hope they actually play the next game. Let's see. One of them actually left. EG. Ready with a Leo. 2 Type 71s, a Mouse, another Leo, and a 215B. And depends on what Nicolate will be driving, or Foxy readying up in something else now. Number 5, getting with a 268-4. A Leo, and Mouse, and IS-7. Foxy going for the M60. Number 5 does not seem to take things all that seriously anymore, but I really hope that they will play next game. E6, E100, FV4202, Leo, Mouse, Vickers, and let's see what Premier is going to do. Premierals. If he's going to stick with the IS-7 or pick something else. He doesn't have much time for it left though. 10 seconds. Otherwise they're also going to have 6 players. That's also not a good thing. Type 71 it is with 4 seconds to spare. Let's see. And here we go. Potentially last game of this evening. And we have Orca going towards the middle to spot. I'm not sure what they're expecting. Mouse drop down. Twister drop down. Bosky drop down. They're going on a beach vacation again. They're definitely not playing. Winch in the mouse is there. Yeti being deleted here. Primuros losing HP quite quickly. Gets taken out. And there goes Yetis. Now it's sort of like shooting fish in a barrel. Kill all the bots is gone. Figures rams himself into the mouse, because why not? Gets taken out. 3 left now. Bosky gets taken out by fire. Zarik is taken out. And now we just have Mosino left, who gets shot by Orca, who does not want to get shot. But Orca does not give in to that. And there he goes. No jumping for him. And that's the match up and over. Now that's the thing, that I get the sentiment. Basically, Gambrius just said they know they can't win, so why not cheer up EG? Which, like, I get the sentiment of knowing that you can't win anyway. But not even trying in any way? I don't know. But yeah, those were the matches for this evening, I believe. Let's have a look. I believe that is all. Just going to have a quick look to make sure. Yeah, no more matches for tonight. That is actually it. Neither of them showed up, so they were just like not there at all. And yeah, that's basically it for this evening. I'd hope to see a bit more matches, even if it was walkovers, but still. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow. Don't know who I'm going to be streaming then. I've not requested any specific clans, so I'm going to leave it up to Toljan to put me in one or other group. But yeah, sincerely hope that EG will rock this qualifier, as in the whole of it, not just today, obviously, because that's already over, but you know, day 2 and day 3. And we'll hope for a miracle. So, thank you all for watching. Yes. Exactly. Foxy just... yeah. Anyway. Rooting for you, EG. Hope you'll make it. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Good night.